Welcome back. We just dropped the Burger Time review, and it was pretty amazing for my very first quarter arcade by Numbskull. Yeah! We're gonna be reviewing the Turtles in Time cabinet. It displays beautiful artwork from the Turtles in Time cabinet itself. It shows off all the characters and the nostalgia of what the Turtles are. The back of the cabinet shows the original Turtles arcade cabinet, which I'm going to try to get later on in another review. Now, we're going to open the unit up and check out the cabinet in its entirety and, you know, see all the details from the last unboxing from the Burger Time. I feel like it's going to be kind of the same kind of ordeal with the unboxing. You're going to open up the box. There's going to be a thick foam padding protecting the top of the unit, the cabinet. And that's one thing they do very well is protect the unit in shipping. So you take the foam out. You're going to get a USB-C cable that comes included with the unit. Does not have a power brick. You have to find your own means of battery operating it, so it does have a lithium charger battery that you charge for a few hours, and it lasts you for a couple hours of gameplay, depending on if you used higher volume or lower volume settings. The power will drain faster. But most people keep their stuff plugged in via USB-C, to a wall unit or a power brick. All right, so let's go ahead and start opening this, and let's show you how beautiful this cabinet looks. That way we can display it amongst our collectibles on the shelf and talk about this beautiful cabinet. Don't mind the mess on the table. I have a lot of things spread out. That's where the Burger Time is, right there on the shelf with all the other collectibles. I'm going to go ahead and move some of those out the way. There's a lot of stuff up there. But let's go ahead and zoom in this box in better detail. Look at that artwork. That cabinet's going to look amazing. That original looks crazy too. Crazy good. Right here, forgot to mention, like I said in my last video, I end up getting the Quarter Arcade's USB controller to go alongside the Turtles in Time cabinet. You can hook up to 4 USB controllers, and the way this works is like the original ROM. And if you were actually at an arcade, it goes by player. So if you coin in Leonardo, you would have to play with the blue stick as Leonardo. So if you plug in a USB controller, it doesn't matter what port you plug it up to. You can plug it up to Donatello, and it's not going to work as Donatello because that's not how the original ROM works. It coins up to the player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4. So if you want to play with those other players with a USB, you have to have all 4 controllers hooked into the unit, or 3 or 2, etc. You know what I mean? All right, let's go ahead and move on to shout out to Quarter Arcades though for just the boxes alone, just like pieces of art like that. So clean, guys. I like that, man. I can't wait to get into more of your products. And like I said, Bad Dudes is coming out soon, and I would love to get my hands on it and talk about it and eventually get the original Turtle arcade cabinet. Yeah. Let's go ahead and open this sucker. All right, first things first, we're going to grab our X-Acto knife like last time in our last unboxing. And before we open up the box for the Turtles in Time cabinet, we're going to go ahead and open up the USB controller that we ordered alongside. Remember, up to 4 USB controllers can be connected to either Turtles in Time cabinet or the original Turtles arcade game. Yeah, I may have to get a couple more. I believe you can use other USB controllers on the units as well. I'm going to go ahead and test that after I power up the unit. Remember, these units are not powered. They have a lithium power bank, so when you get the unit, you have to power it up to charge in order to use it. You can use the unit while plugged into USB while charging as well. So instantly, if you want to start playing at all, just plug it in, power it on, watch it charge, and play at the same time. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and unbox this right here. It tells you the things, USB. You can unscrew the ball top. There's like a joystick on the actual D-pad itself. I don't know how that's gonna feel or turn out when you're trying to play a game like this, like the Turtles. I'm gonna go ahead and take my X-Acto knife and I'm gonna go on the bottom and lightly do that. I should be able to put this down real quick and open it up from the bottom. And that was easy, nice and clean. All right, anything else? No? Nice tight packaging. There's a box within a box within a box in a bag. Go ahead and feel the controller, because that's what it's about. Okay. It does feel very reminiscent of a Nintendo remote. About the same size, maybe a little bit smaller. Yeah, I think a little bit smaller. I figured the Nintendo remote's probably like that much bigger. Or maybe I could be thinking the Super Nintendo, but about the same size. Start, select button. Oh, this is for credit. Start. Black all the way around. The cord's kind of short. It's not too long. It looks like about a 3-foot cable. Let's go ahead and see this D-pad and joystick. Actually, I like that. That feels nice. Especially for those 4-way joystick kind of games, if they release them on quarter arcades. It's 2026, y'all, and they're just now getting started. They are releasing Lunar Lander and Bad Dudes pretty soon. They're already having pre-orders out. They have the prices right up. Let me put up pop up for you right there. That's not all. They got a few more surprises for us coming soon. Stay tuned and go ahead and follow Quarter Arcades on their fan pages on Facebook, Twitter, and all other social medias. They got me hooked, man. Yeah, they're awesome. Back to the joystick. Wow. All right. Everything seems right. We're going to go ahead and put this to the side. And we're going to start opening the cabinet. Same as last time. There's sticky tabs right here. About 3 to 4 of them, depending on how big the box, the unit is. And this one's a pretty hefty one. I believe this one's already undone for me, so I don't even have to rip it. Awesome, awesome. The front don't have one, so this has 3. But the unit itself, it's a lot bigger. The box, you would say, it's a lot bigger than Burger Time. It's insane. I understand the size difference in cabinets and all that, but wow, like, there it is. All right. Open that up. And the coloring, man, like to the blacks, and look at the dark blues and purples and the grids, they all popping out at you. Like I said, it's going to start off with a USB-C cable and a thick padding. Oh yeah, buddy. Put that to the side. And the units inside. Let's go ahead and pull All right, that's the same as last time. QR code. It seems like it's the same as last time. That everything's built, the unit's built for you. We're gonna go ahead and pull it out, get it out the wrap. Let you see the cabinet all the way around. I love how just plug and play this game, these arcade systems and games are. Ooh, so this one had an extra padding on the bottom. The Burger Time didn't have a padding on the bottom like that. I wonder why. And, nonetheless, it came in good shape, so we're okay. All right, let's go ahead and flip this around. Look at this, guys. Let's get to lay this down on the table. Get this. Okay. Put that to the side. Easily put it down. Bring it up. Sound like we're dancing here, doing dance moves. It's in the plastic, so I always like to see it when it's mint before I put my little nasty fingerprints all over it. All right, but wow. Even before coming out the plastic, the purples and the greens and the time warp, the swirl, like the swirl on the controller deck and on the side panel with the turtles swirling into the vortex. Amazing stuff. On my Burger Time review, I forgot to mention on the back of the units, not only do they have speakers and stuff on the Burger Time, but they have a plaque, like a kind of like a certificate of like authenticity, which is pretty cool. Like it says engineered by Numbskull Design. It's like metal. It's pretty cool. It's like it symbolizes like this is a work of art. They put their heart and their souls into these builds, and the nostalgic memories that they had growing up in the early 80s and 90s and even the late 70s, like when arcades first came out and console gaming, like the infancy of just gaming period. It all started from these kind of nostalgic games, and it's so awesome that companies like Numbskull and even New Wave Toys like celebrate these types of nostalgic times in our lives that we can like relive with these collectibles. There's so many more to like collect with these things, and they're making tons more. They're taking suggestions in their fan clubs from the community and ideas, so like they're so for the community. These are perfect, man. I'm not going to say that I don't love my 3/4 scale arcades. I love them to death. And I'm going to get my first XL for the first time with Iconic Arcade coming soon, hopefully. Been waiting for that for about a year now, but I'm sticking with what I believe in, and if I'm going to invest with you guys, then I believe in you guys. And so far, this is my second cabinet. This is not going to be the last. And I am very impressed. And let's go ahead and take this out the wrap. I've been rambling too much, man, but this is incredible. Back to the X-Acto knife. Cut this without cutting anything or your fingers off. We need our fingers, please. And put that down nice and safely. And the camera's never going to do what you're actually looking at justice. Like this cabinet, the way it feels, like this is so smooth. Like, this is crazy good. Artwork is on point. Let's go ahead and be easy because this controller deck is wider and longer, and it comes out off of the cabinet. Man, I tell you what, if they make a Captain America, a Spider-Man, an X-Men, take my money all day long. Yeah, I'll go nuts and have them alongside of this and the original Turtles and maybe a Simpsons. Oh my God, I'll be in heaven. A 1942 would be a dream. If for me, I'm an 84 baby. I was born in 1984. I'll be 42 in March. Yeah. Shout out to my 84 babies. These right here is like late 90s for me as a child, a preteen, going to like Pizza Huts and laundromats and all types of amusement parks and stuff and Chuck E. Cheese to play all these arcade games. They used to take my money back when I was a child. Now Numbskull gets to take it as I'm an adult. Yeah. Take it. Take it all. All right. Enough of me rambling. We got the wrap off. Let's go ahead and shut up and let's look at this Turtles in Time cabinet. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I want to shut up. I think I want to talk and let you guys know how beautiful this cab look. Oh my God. Oh gosh. Wow. This looks amazing. Like I said about the Burger Time artwork, everything about this cabinet looks spot on. Controller deck, which I'm going to have to peel off later. I'll do all that later. Let's go ahead and look at the marquee. The marquee is spot on. Like I said, this has no power to it. I'm going to plug up the USB cable that I had plugged for the Burger Time, which the Burger Time has power. It's already fully charged, so I can just use that and plug her in, and we'll go ahead and check her out. Yeah! All right, quickly, we're going to go ahead and showcase the dip switch settings that I talked about last time on my Burger Time quarter arcade review. As we're doing the review on the Turtles in Time cabinet, we're going to show you how to access the dip switch settings on both cabinets. So first things first, you need to power each cabinet on, and you had to hold two buttons on each set cabinet to access the dip switch settings. It takes roughly about 30 seconds with holding the pair buttons, and you will have a dip switch menu pop up displaying all the settings and menu options you can do for each cabinet. Let's Turtles in Time cabinet and show you those dip switch settings. As back to the Burger Time, you use player 1 and player 2 for that. For the Turtles in Time, you're going to use Leonardo's attack button and Michelangelo's attack button. And you're going to hold those for about 30 seconds. And the same thing applies on each cabinet. A menu will pop up on the screen. Let's go ahead and turn on the Turtles in Time cabinet and display that. And then we're going to quickly hold these two buttons, the attack buttons for Michelangelo and Leonardo, for about 30 seconds. Just be patient. There you go. That one felt like it took a bit. All right, but let's go ahead and check out the dip switch settings for the Turtles in Time. Sorry about the light on the camera. I'm going to try to zoom in so you can see better. All right, so for every turtle, there's 4 turtles, obviously. So you can start with infinite lives and infinite energies for each set turtle. And let's see what else you have down here. You can, there's a level select where you can start at level 1 or the last level 9. But I believe Cool Toy did a video on this cabinet about a year and a half ago explaining and showcasing this feature not working. So I don't know if they, Numbskull Quarter Arcades have updated this feature on this cabinet or not, or on the original, but we can try to test it and find out if it does or not. Last option is CRT mode. It doesn't really look good on camera trying to display the screen with the original CRT mode on the screen. If you're just playing it by yourself and looking at it and you want the nostalgic feel to the cabinet, you would have that on for yourself. But if you're just trying to display this piece and showcase this beautiful cabinet for what it is and the attract mode and all that kind of good stuff, you would want the crisper look to the monitor. So you would have that setting off and have the full display of what the monitor can produce. Yeah! I'm a little full from all the pizza I ate because you already know we ate burgers last time. So this time we had to do it New York pizza style, turtle style, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle style. Yeah! And eat some pizza with that. Yeah, it was delicious. Pepperoni, stuffed crust. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and put the USB on, and I'll see you in a moment. All right, let's go ahead and power this on. Remember, they have a power switch in the back, and they have a volume rocker, so you can adjust your volume, but I'm going to leave it as is, because I want to see how it is.
Israel, I got inspired by your Turtles in Time cabinet. That's why I wanted to get the same one for Quarter Arcades. And Julio's in. Awesome.
Now, I'm going to have this part right here probably muted because I do not want copyright strike. But obviously you want to see the cabinet in action. Full sound, all that kind of stuff. Let's go ahead and look at it right there. My toes, my toes. The sound is crazy good. Yeah, that's nice. Checking out the viewing angles. That's why I keep moving left to right. Yeah, that sound is incredible. It has a single speaker right under where the marquee is. That's very accurate. Just like they were in the arcades. Let's go ahead and get a nice controller deck close up for you guys. Wow, this would have to be, I mean, I know this is my second Quarter Arcade, but oh my God, I am blown away at how accurate this is. I feel like I'm at a real old school arcade, like I'm actually at the machine. That's nuts, dude. Let's go ahead and coin in, man. I just got to coin in one time. I'll show you where it's at. Everything's so nice. And this is where you coin in with this one. You actually use the 25-cent buttons. Oh my goodness. I wish the Burger Time did that. I mean, don't get me wrong. The coin quarter looking buttons, the silver ones on the Burger Time, those are awesome. But the features on this, let's do the two turtles. Oh, let's do a third one. Oh my God, I'm gonna let it show. Shelly, Let's do all 4 turtles. Let's do it. Oh my God. And this is where you put the USB controller. It's over there. I can't reach it, so I'm just excited. So, but yeah, when we continue the review, we're gonna put the USB controller on the first player controller port. Oh, so satisfying. Even the clicks with the doors. Oh, blown away. Now you press the button, and we're on to the game.
Hey, Klein, bring that statue back, you bloated beanbag.
Yeah, so far this is it right here. This is I need the first one. I need the first one. Yeah. The first Turtle Arcade, I need to complete this set right here. That is crazy good. And the buttons feel spot on. Yeah. I'm not shilling or anything. We purchased both of these products. I love their stuff. Oh my God. Put this other turtle in there. Get him in action. We'll get all 4 turtles in here. What are you talking about? Wow, dude. Bro, that is insane. There's no issues with the joysticks whatsoever. You want to go up, you go up. You want to go down, everything is where you want. That's nuts. Very happy with this. I suggest if you're into collectibles and you love old school arcades, why not check out Numbskull Quarter Arcades at their website and check out Turtles in Time or the original Turtles Arcade. These things go for like $270 to $300. So jump on it just like you jump on that pizza. Continue. Not tonight, because I gotta go to sleep, because I gotta do Nostalgia Strikes Back in the morning. Peace out. I would say my input on the controller, it feels very nice and fluent, and it's very comfortable, because you can actually step away from the cabinet a little bit and, you know, position yourself, get a better camera view, which there's no washout on the monitor whatsoever. It's so crisp and clear. It's insane. It doesn't matter if you're left, right, in front, you look on top, you go lower in the cabinet. Everything on this monitor is crisp and clear. Okay, let me go ahead and coin up again before I die. But you can unscrew this ball top from this controller and you can use the D-pad if you like. But like I said previously, I actually like the joystick on here. It makes it feel more authentic to the arcade feel. So, mind you, like I said, I don't have another Numbskull Quarter Arcade controller, but that's okay because you can use third-party remotes from other consoles and stuff. Let me go ahead and demonstrate that. I'm going to go ahead and grab another remote, and I should be able to coin up and coin in. If it's going to let me. Let me try this. Got to probably plug it in. All right, yes, and that's correct. You can't just have it already plugged in there. Let me go ahead and show you can use another remote. Let me go ahead and put him back in there. So originally he was Leonardo. So let's go ahead and coin in Michelangelo. And same thing applies. You can use the joystick on the remote or the D-pad on the remote. And everything feels so nice and fluid. It's insane. Let me go ahead and add one more turtle to complete it. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in the third remote and show you that we're going to go ahead and do one more turtle. Get those two back in there. And okay, so we're going to go ahead and put Donatello in there. And so forth. I plug in one more remote, which I do have, but I'm not going to go ahead and do that because that's a little tedious. That's how you play. And I would say this is how you would play if you had company around this cabinet or any of your miniature quarter arcade cabinets that have USB ports. You would want everyone to stand back from the cabinet a little bit and, you know, use a remote, and everybody's going to have fun and enjoy themselves. Now, when you want to play joysticks and buttons, that's more for maybe a 1 to 2 player experience. More of a 1 player, I would say, where you would actually get to enjoy playing around with these miniature joysticks and buttons that actually feel very accurate with the 8-way joysticks and the micro switch buttons. Insane. Shape of the cabinet looks accurate to the early 80s and 90s, like I remembered at any restaurant or any arcade or any amusement park. Everything is spot on. Quarter arcades, you definitely knocked it out of the park. I'm glad I got this Burger Time on a great deal. And like I said, shout out to my wife, Wicked502, yeah, for getting me this late Christmas gift. I never thought in my lifetime that I was going to like these miniature arcades. If you was going to get those kind of scale arcades, I would invest in quarter arcades or even New Wave toys. They do it so much better, you guys. You could only imagine if they went full scale with these things. It would be pretty expensive, but man, accurate recreations of these actual cabinets, replicas, 1-for-1s, you could only imagine. It'd be pretty insane. So in saying that, my real gamers, I'm going to go ahead and end the video, and I hope you liked it. And I hope you stay tuned for more Israel Gaming. What we have coming up next is Iconic Arcade Street Fighter. Yeah! We're going to get some information coming soon on when the pre-orders and shipping to all the customers to pre-order. I'm waiting, my real gamers. A bunch of us are. We're going to let you know what's going on with that soon. Stay tuned. Yeah! I'm going to go back to playing some Ninja Turtles. Whew! I'm pretty full from eating all that pizza earlier. Whew! That pepperoni stuffed crust. I had to do it justice. You know, Michelangelo. Right there, let it show. We're gonna do some Mikey. Some Mikey. Let's get it. Remember to keep it real and keep playing. Yeah! I'll see you later, my real gamers. Let's go! Yeah! I can't. I gotta beat it. I gotta beat him up. I gotta avenge Mikey. I gotta do it. Where you at, bro? Where you at, bro? We got Mikey.